You sit down, close your eyes, and expect stress relief. But for many people, focusing on the breath feels like an agonizing, relentless chore. We usually assume we are the problem, that we lack discipline, or that our brains aren't wired for silence. That is a myth. This struggle doesn't stem from a lack of willpower. The problem is a cognitive mismatch. We are running an ancient practice using an incompatible modern mindset. By applying task-oriented habits to a tool for relaxation, we turn a process of letting go into a rigid internal struggle. To see where things go off the rails, we have to look at the original blueprint for breath meditation. It relied on a specific mental state that is difficult for the modern mind to access. This state is called discriminative clarity. It is a form of high-level awareness that allows you to fluidly observe the breath without compressing it. This intelligent observation is what permits deep absorption. Because we live in a world of high-pressure deadlines, we struggle to find that fluid state. Instead, we unconsciously reach for the only cognitive tool we know. We substitute awareness with raw attention. We begin fixating and staring, attempting to force focus through sheer effort. In this mode, the mind becomes rigid. The system begins to strain, shifting the practice from a natural release into a struggle for control. This downgrade from intelligent observation to mechanical concentration is the origin of the frustration that follows. The problem deepens when we consider the object of the meditation, the breath. The breath is a physical, body-based sensory perception. Mechanically, the breath is not a constant. This waveform shows its actual rhythm, an upward curve for the inhale, a flat plateau for the pause, and a downward curve for the exhale. When we apply raw, modern attention to this biological rhythm, we create a structural collision. Raw attention tries to maintain a static hold. It attempts to lock on to a target that is constantly moving and changing. Because the attention is locked on, it is dragged along the curve. It is forced to stop and start every time the breath pauses. This tracking makes your focus discontinuous. Your concentration is constantly interrupted by the natural mechanics of the body. The rhythmic reality of the breath is simply incompatible with a rigid, unyielding mode of concentration. These microscopic interruptions are more than just a nuisance. When they repeat hundreds of times in a single session, the effects accumulate. Over time, this constant friction generates internal instability. It becomes an engine for irritation rather than peace. This dynamic makes the modern method inefficient, but the implications go deeper. This mismatch creates a hard ceiling. It acts as a barrier that prevents you from progressing into deeper states of meditation. Because this method relies on forced control, continuing to push against this ceiling creates a cycle of stress. The resulting internal instability can lead to significant distress for the practitioner. To experience the benefits of breath meditation, we have to move past mechanical concentration. We have to stop forcing focus and relearn the art of fluid observation.